With all 4 of Man City's senior fullbacks being over 30 years old and 3 out of contract in the summer, getting some young, talented fullbacks into the team is a priority for Man City fans. Even with Pablo Maffeo looking like a proper talent and hopes that Angelino will be able to break his way into the first team soon, City undoubtedly need to strengthen in these areas by summer at the very latest. So with that in mind, here are our 5 fullbacks that City might look to buy in the coming transfer windows. First up is 26-year-old Danny Rose. He's Premier League proven and he's playing the best football of his career at Spurs at the minute. He did sign a new 5-year deal in the summer though after being 9 years at Spurs, and he seems pretty happy there in all honesty. And to be honest, Premier League experience probably isn't as much of a priority for Guardiola as it is for most managers, and he'll be spending more time thinking about a player that suits his style wherever in the world he happens to play anyway. Next up is Monaco's right back Fabinho. He's 22 years old, he's Brazilian, and he got an impressive 6 goals and 4 assists last season, which is pretty good going from right back. However, he did only sign a new contract this season, but he has been played out of position as the French team signed another player in his position, and as such, Monaco are said to be open to offers, assuming it's at the right price. David Alaba is next on the list, a player who Pep managed to get the very best out of when he managed him at Bayern Munich. He suits the Guardiola mould perfectly, playing as a full-back and central midfielder for Bayern and number 10 for Austria, and can even play on the wing and fills in at centre-back. This guy is the prototypical Pep player for sure. There were rumours last season that Guardiola was banned from signing players from Bayern, but that seems to be untrue. Although you'd expect Pep, being the absolute gentleman that he is, he'll only go for Bayern players after the club will have explicitly given their permission. And it seems that might be the case, with The Guardian reporting that City are already in talks with the player about a deal, with £40 million supposedly enough to persuade Bayern to let him reunite with his old manager back in Manchester, Jose Luis Gaya. He's a Valencia left-back who's only 21 years old, but would still command a transfer fee of £45 million for a 21-year-old. That's just the kind of market we're having to deal with these days, so it looks like replacing our ageing fullbacks isn't going to be cheap or easy. He's a long-term target of Real Madrid, and he signed a 5-year contract last season that put off any move away from Valencia's Mestalla. But with the club going through a difficult period, currently sat in 15th and 1 point off the relegation spots, could Gaya be thinking about a move away and joining the only football team to come from Manchester? Heading up our list is another Spanish fullback, it's Grimaldo, one of the long list of ex-Barcelona players who had to leave Camp Nou to get the chance to grow into the best version of themselves that they possibly could. He's the player many Barcelona fans see as the natural successor to Jordi Alba and has a very similar stature and playing style. But there are rumours that Guardiola himself went to scout out the player during the last international break. However, it'll be a bit of an increase on the measly €1.5 million Benfica paid Barcelona for him. Rumoured to have a €60 million release clause in his contract. There's interest from Real Madrid, Juventus, Bayern and even United. So if Pep wants him, he might have a bit of a battle on his hands. One thing in our favour is the comments he made publicly about Barcelona manager Luis Enrique, saying he never gave him a chance at Barcelona, which will make a return to Camp Nou much less likely while Enrique is still managing there. He's an attacking left back with an eye for a pass who likes to roam into the middle of the pitch. Sound familiar? He seems like a Guardiola player knocked up to specification. Question marks remain about his defensive ability, but at 21 years old, he'll be able to mature into a triple-A fullback at City for sure. Well, that's your lot from us. There were a few more names kicking about, but these are the ones that seem most likely to us at the moment. But let us know which players you think City might look at in these positions. Don't forget to drop a like, comment with your thoughts below, that's what it's there for, and don't forget to subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV.